All right, we have spent a lot of time talking about what you're going to say. But what if I told you that how you say it might matter even more? So we have worked a lot on the content piece, but I want to switch to the delivery piece. In this course, I want you to leave knowing that you can put together words, but that you can package them and deliver them in a way that impacts your audience. So let's look at 4 primary keys, and I'm going to give you a hack specifically into one of them. All right, first, you're going to strive for naturalness. Now, listen, this is hard, and I know that public speaking is awkward. I've done it a million times, so it gets easier, but you want to make sure that you are you. Don't pretend to be something that you're not. You also need to act like you care about what you're talking about. So show some enthusiasm. I will often tell students, start with a smile. I know it feels awkward, but you look sadder on camera than you feel. So put some enthusiasm, project confidence. This is where I'm going to show you a quick hack. And then finally, be direct. Look at your audience, look at that camera, say what you want to say. Don't retreat. Don't let your voice be passive. Finish your sentences clearly. Take a pause, make sure that you move through them quickly. All right, here's my hack. I have the YouTube video that I'll link, the TED Talk I'll link so that you can see this. But a confidence hack is simply you hacking into your body chemistry. Some students will say, gosh, I feel so nervous. And you will, because you're being evaluated. Amy Cuddy did fascinating research on nonverbals and how what we do with our bodies don't just affect whether people receive or connect or communicate with us, but how we connect with ourselves. So she talks about a 2-minute power pose, where if you can hold a pose, she's showing you an example there, but you can also do what we call the Wonder Woman, or put your arms out, make yourself large and expand for 2 solid minutes. It will actually lower your cortisol, which is your stress chemical that makes you feel more nervous, and increase your testosterone, which is your confidence chemical. So check out that TED Talk. You're going to be fascinated with the research. All right, the other thing I want to share, and this is really important, what comes across impressive is not always connective. When we talk about being natural, we don't want you to put on a 3-piece suit. Now, I have a simple top on, but I want you to see that if I threw a jacket on, right? Now I just took this to a little bit more formal level. And some of your presentations, you don't need to feel so formal. You will be required to dress business casual. But remember, impressing people doesn't always connect with them. And we want them to remember and to hear what we are saying. All right, we have 4 types of methods, and then I want to give you a quick quiz. And we'll see how well you do. I want you to post in the discussion with your cohort how many of these you got right. Okay, let's go through them together. There are 4 types. One is from memory. You memorize this. This is a short speech that maybe you're delivering for a friend at her going away party. And you don't want to read it because you want to see people and you want to connect with them. You want to add something heartfelt to it. A manuscript speech is when you know someone's listening, people are fact-checking. A politician would never deliver a speech that wasn't a manuscript so that people can look at it and make sure you don't get a number or some data wrong, that you don't mispronounce or misspeak in any way. Number 3 is impromptu. You didn't have time to prepare. You were just at your grandparents' anniversary dinner and someone says, hey, John, you should share some information. And so impromptu, it has there's a few key tricks to that, but I would tell you this, always be prepared. Be thinking about what you might want to say. Grab a cocktail napkin or a piece of paper from your purse or your bag, or borrow one from somebody. Write a couple things down so that if you're in the middle of it, you think it's coming, you can semi-prepare a little. Finally, extemporaneously. Extemporaneous speeches are what you're learning in this class. This is informative, persuasive. These are the trainings you'll do for work one day, or you come back to speak maybe at a club and you're sharing about emotional intelligence or neuro research, or maybe you're just teaching people how to help take care of their dog's teeth. Extemporaneous speeches follow an outline. They're not memorized, but you definitely need a structure to follow. Okay, let's do a quick quiz. Which method should you choose? You're at a nice dinner. Someone says, would you like to say a few words? Take a second, write down. Which one do you think it is? Maybe you say it out loud, right? If you said impromptu, you are correct. Number 2, your boss asks you to do an upcoming training for your coworkers. You have a month to prepare. Which type should you choose? And if you said extemporaneous, that would be correct. You're preparing an outline, you know your main points. You've got some time to put that together. All right, you're speaking at a community event. Maybe it's the HOA, maybe it's a local election or office presentation. Okay, you're speaking at a community event where it will be recorded and fact-checked. What type of method should you use? If you said manuscript, you are correct. You don't want to get any of that wrong. And finally, your best friend wants you to share a few words at her opening or upcoming ceremony. Maybe she's getting an award. Maybe she's getting married. Which one should you choose? If you said memory, you are correct. I want you to leave this class knowing when you're put in those situations that you say, this is the method I should be using for those. I want you to choose those wisely. So go into the discussion board. Tell your cohort. How many did you get right? I'll be checking.